All the disrespect before you play, better button check. Button check.
What is up, Button Check fam? Thank you guys for tuning in once again. It is Thursday. We are that much closer to the weekend. We got so much hype action coming up. Anyway, today we're gonna get straight to the point, but we got a lot to talk about. And as always, links for all information down below, all the good stuff. Please like, subscribe. Thank you guys for helping growing this channel. Without further ado, hope you're having a good day because you already know it's about to get better. Let's go. All right, now into the first set of buttons that need to be checked. This one, you know what? Before we unpack that, I actually want to give a special shout out to a streamer by the name of NotVeraGood. She's been doing her thing, up and coming content creator, doing streams, and she got a most entertaining tournament about to come up. I believe it's this month. We actually talked about it on an episode of Button Check, if you guys remember it. It is the Wi-Fi World Cup. That's right, you heard right. The Wi-Fi World Cup. Definitely check it out. All the links down below for her information and the Wi-Fi World Cup coming up. I believe it's, what is it? This is going down March 25th. So that's right, this month. On the 25th, 3 p.m. Looks like Eastern for EU and 8 p.m. Eastern for, I believe, North America. All the information down below. The Wi-Fi World Cup. This shit is going down. It has actually happened. We live in a world where we're having the Wi-Fi World Cup. Hey, I love it. All right, now into them next set of buttons that need to be checked, and we're just gonna jump straight into this. You remember the last video, right? We talked about Capcom basically killing Street Fighter with all their new rules and esports license, and you could only have a pot of $2,000, right? And you saw the outpour, and it got even bigger, like on social media. Every other post I saw was people like literally saying, I'm done streaming, Street Fighter 6 is dead, I'm done with Capcom, this gives us a chance to, you know, play other games. So you can imagine that people were really pissed. Well, they were pissed to the point that Capcom made a revision. Well, I should say they're about to make a revision, and they released this statement shortly after they posted this right here saying, yesterday we published the new Street Fighter V community license agreement for both the Americas and EMEA. Our aim was to make running an event with Street Fighter V CE easier. When TOs have contacted Capcom about running community events with Street Fighter V CE in the past, the approval process has always taken a lot of time. We want to make the rules clear and to allow for a much faster approvals. We're also keen to build tighter relationships with TOs and to encourage safe spaces to play, once again, Street Fighter V CE. Thanks to everyone who has sent us feedback thus far on the new agreement. We are reviewing this feedback with the wider Capcom team, and we'll follow up with more updates soon. Okay, so let's unpack this, and I'm gonna show like the reactions on the screen as we talk about this. I see a lot of people on the tip talking about a little too bad, too late, you know, kind of on that feel. Some people are just pissed, like, no, this is not it. Like, what does this even mean? You know, you're gonna review it with the wider Capcom team. A lot of people are like, I know, we need it worded better, or we need more information, or the fact that you tried to do this in the first place just leaving a bad taste in our mouth to the point where maybe we just gonna, you know, not play Street Fighter V at all anymore. I saw Justin Wong comment on it as well, saying, I'm glad they're gonna fix this. It was pretty trash if they rocked it. It would have limited so many people to run Street Fighter 6 since it's obvious they're getting ready to use the new rules for that game. But then I see people kind of responding to that saying, well, technically they didn't fix anything yet, and there's no reason to be optimistic. So they're like, let's just hold the horses before we see what they actually do. And then Super Yan brings up a good point right here, saying, so just so y'all know, on this fine Tuesday, this is the future of competitive Street Fighter, not the future of the FGC. Even Punk replied to that initial tweet by Capcom saying, I'm confused on this Capcom license thing. Will people be able to run online tournaments anymore? And then people respond saying, we're really not sure. We're kind of all still in limbo. And then others going on the perspective like, I hope everyone has learned one thing from current events. Do not make fighting games in the FGC your entire life, because boy, you will get effed over. I saw Ice's post on this one as well, saying any fighting game publisher has to do is just tweet out, here's our community license agreement, with it just saying, do whatever you want, you bought it, support your locals. And they pretty much guarantee themselves some stream sales right now. And that's straight up facts. Back on the other tweet we just read where they say this is the future of Street Fighter, but not the future of the FGC per se. Phantom Myra pretty much stays on that same perspective right here with this tweet, saying, please FGC, it's time to move on. It's time to acknowledge what is best for us. There are other fighting game titles out there, other game publishers willing to help the community and TOs. Just give them a chance. That's all they ask for. And it continues on right here with others saying, I would like to personally give a big shout out to Capcom for doing as much as they possibly could to get the community to play Guilty Gear and King of Fighters. A really great push for the scene. We couldn't have done it without you. So there you go, man. How you guys feeling? On one, you know, the community actually made so much of an uproar, right? They actually heard us. I don't know which videos they saw or which tweets or whatever, but they actually heard, because I'm trying to tell you, if you're not on Twitter, that shit was flamed with this subject for the last, like, I don't know, 2 to 3 days. And it's basically only a matter of time before somebody, if anybody's paying attention at Capcom, would see it, because you had to see it. It was going viral. And then somebody obviously thought, oh shit, maybe we should make some revisions and do something else and make it a little bit clearer. That's the part where I'm confused, because in their statements, they said that the process used to take so long and it was confusing, so they wanted to make it easier. I go back to the original statement that I said in the first video. What about that was easier? Like what? And reading that, have you guys seen the full thing? If you've not clicked on the link, what about any of that was, if that's the easier version, what the hell did the first version look like? And then the cherry on the cake, or the you know, the doo-doo cherry on the shit cake, I should say, is you pointed out that, you know, that only $2,000 and you did a license and you can't fuck with the logo and all this stuff. You got to talk about it. And granted, I did hear people in the community saying, well, some of that is standard, right? Some of that is standard. Some of it is not. Other people are like, well, I've looked at other esports contracts and this is nothing like it. They almost did it a little extra. So in the end, who's to say? I'm not a legal expert. I'm not a lawyer. I haven't looked at a bunch of esports contracts. I think we though, that's what the hell I just said. I think though, is what I was trying to say. We could all agree though, it just comes off a little, rough. You know what I'm saying? Like you would definitely say it's not a good look, especially off the heels from what people are saying of the whole Nintendo thing, what they just did with the Smash community, taking it away from EVO. This also, it just hits you a wrong way. They possibly could, even if you wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt, they possibly could have meant it in a good way. It just didn't come off that way. It didn't. That it is one more again. Thank you guys for all the amazing love, for tuning in and for helping this channel grow. We appreciate it, man. We are definitely hustling. 2022 is the year, baby. We are that close to 40K, 40,000 subs. We want to do something special. So thank you guys for helping us get there. The goal is 50K this year. Hopefully we can do it. You know what? Fuck that. Fuck the hopefully. We're going to do it. We're going to do it, man, because we got y'all having our back. Bun Check fam, here to stay. Thank you guys for all the love. We will see you soon. If not tomorrow, definitely the next day. So today's Saturday morning. See y'all soon. Love you forever. Peace.
Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.
It went viral. People were pissed off. They were like, yo, I can't believe you actually... I'm sorry. My wife is over here shaking her ass. Y'all can't see it. You can imagine though, right? Y'all are perverts. Don't imagine that shit. Anyway, little treat for me. All right, where am I at? Now I'm just going to be thinking of ass. I'm doing a serious story over here. Now I'm just thinking of ass. Guess what she just did again?